Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Dark Mansion Tarot. Okay, so a couple things I want to mention. First of all, I'm going to be doing a YouTube Live. So I'm going to be live on my YouTube channel on Friday, December the 23rd. And at noon Pacific time, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading party. So I'm going to be doing like free one-card readings, answering all your questions about tarot. So come hang out with me if you're free at that time. It should be fun. And of course, you can always watch the replay. So I'll put the link to that live event just below this video so you can check it out. All right. So my intention with this week's reading is to get kind of an overview of the week ahead and what kinds of opportunities and challenges and energies might present themselves. So let's see here. I'm just going to adjust my camera. Okay. Let's start with the first card, and the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday. That's a little better. Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And we've got Page of Wands. And of course, this is the Christmas reading because on the weekend we have Christmas. So it'll be interesting to see what card we get for that one. Okay, so for Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is all about learning how to manage your energy. So the advice of the Page of Wands, and this is especially key as we go into Christmas time, because everyone, many of us are very busy at Christmas time, and there's a lot happening. And the Page of Wands is advising you to really be careful with your energy, really protect your energy and take care of that part of yourself. So just noticing what kinds of situations or people or activities quickly deplete your energy and which things build it up, and trying to have some kind of a balance, because sometimes there's things we can't avoid that are going to be very energy depleting. So the advice isn't to totally avoid those things, but to have some kind of a balance, to make sure that if you do engage in energy depleting activities, that you fill yourself back up so that you also engage in energy building activities. So for me, sometimes doing a lot of socializing, if it's too much, like sometimes socializing can be energizing, but if it's too much socializing, it can be depleting. And then things that build my energy, I love just hanging out and painting or meditating. Those are things that build my energy. So I'm going to make sure I kind of have a balance of those things. Page of Wands is also about figuring out how to direct your energy, and you don't want to spread yourself too thin. So if you're trying to do too many different things, you're trying to direct your energy in all these different directions. And so the Page of Wands is advising you to simplify as much as you can and to be just really aware of what areas you're directing your energy to, and just paying attention to that and making sure that you're not trying to do too much all at once. Okay, let's look at the card for the middle of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday-ish, we have, the High Priestess. I love the High Priestess. So we have a major arcana card, and the High Priestess is really about honoring your inner realms. So when we fall asleep at night and we dream, we're exploring and traversing our inner realms. When we meditate, when we go inward, even if we're just sitting kind of contemplating something, those are all ways that we go inward. Again, I find like painting and drawing is one way that I kind of go inward a little bit. Not as much as with meditation or dreaming, but it's still one of those kind of inward focused activities. So the High Priestess is asking you to really honor your inner life as well as your outer life. Well, she's asking you to honor your inner life, but the Page of Wands is about your outer life and how you're managing your energy and how you're going about doing that. Whereas the High Priestess is about how you're managing your inner life. Because this is the center card, I feel like this is kind of central. This is the central theme or the central message for this reading. And the High Priestess is really asking you to make time to go inward. And it could be as simple as listening to a guided meditation, 20 minutes before going to bed, as you're lying in your bed before you fall asleep. It could be more elaborate than that. It could be carving out time each day to just let yourself kind of decompress and come home to yourself. It could be, starting some sort of spiritual practice that you find helpful or comforting. The High Priestess is also about the whole realm of psychic ability, intuitive ability, intuition, psychic skills, stuff like that. And exploring those things can be really fascinating, and it can be a lot of fun. It can be really rewarding. So again, I feel like she's kind of encouraging us to kind of dip our toe into that side of things, into that realm. And a message of the High Priestess is that if you want a peek behind the veil of reality, the only way to do that is to go inward. It's not about seeking outside of yourself or finding someone else out there who has the answers. It's about being able to go inward. And I'm just looking at this card to see if there's any symbols that I want to point out. I love the symbol of the pomegranate. So you can see the pomegranate little candelabras on either side of her. Pomegranates are a big symbol related to the High Priestess. And there's a lot I could say about that. But just think about a pomegranate, how when you open it up, there's all these little seeds. It's so complex and it's juicy, right? It's red, it's glowing, it's alive, it's juicy, it's flavorful. There's all these little seeds. And it's kind of like what happens when you first start to really go inward. We're very complex and there's a lot going on within us, and it can also be very juicy and exciting. Sometimes it can be boring. I find sometimes when I go inward to meditate, sometimes nothing happens and it can be really boring, but sometimes it's really exciting. Okay, let's look at the last card. This is the card for the end of the week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is Christmas time. We have the Seven of Cups. So to me, what I get from all of these cards actually is that this is going to be a busy week for many of us. So it's going to be important to pay attention to our energy levels and make sure that we're doing things to maintain our energy and support ourselves energetically, and also honoring kind of our inner realms. That will go a long way in building our energy and giving us more resilience as well. And resilience for all kinds of things. If this is a time where you hang out with family that you don't normally see, for some people that can be hard if, they don't share their family members' opinions and stuff like that on things. And so with the High Priestess, if you have that inner connection, I feel like you can really weather any storm. You can really handle a lot more if you're connected to yourself inwardly. Okay, so let's talk about the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of choice. And remember when I was talking about the Page of Wands, I said, make sure that you're not trying to direct your energy in all these different directions. The Seven of Cups is really about being aware of wanting to do everything. So with the Seven of Cups, I get that this weekend there's going to be lots of different opportunities, and it's about kind of narrowing it down and choosing maybe one or two of those things and not trying to do everything. And part of you wants to say yes to everyone and yes to everything and try to make it all work. And there may even be a fear of upsetting some people or closing certain doors. And the Seven of Cups is saying that there is value in making a choice or a decision. Don't stay stuck in that place of indecision for too long. So again, with the Seven of Cups, I get that there's going to be lots of opportunities this weekend to do various things. So you're going to have to get clear with yourself on where you want to put your time, where you want to put your energy, and what you want to emotionally invest in as well. Okay, so let's look at all three cards together, and I'm just looking to see if there's anything that jumps out at me here. And I invite you to do the same. So have a look at these cards and notice, like, is there one card that seems to really be speaking to you? Is there anything that's really jumping out at you? Perhaps it's a color, perhaps it's a symbol. Just noticing. And I feel like there's a lot of detail in these cards, so I could gaze at these cards forever, but I know I'm kind of time limited here. So I think I've mentioned everything. I think I've kind of summed it up. So I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a nice holiday season. And please join me for my tarot reading party on the 23rd at noon Pacific time. So thank you so much. My name's Kate. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about tarot, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below. And I hope you have a wonderful week.